I haven't shared a video like this in a long time, but your content strategy should be way deeper than what I'm going to show you today. But I want to give you an overview just to give you some ideas and maybe some inspiration for where you can go to first find ideas for content that people are searching Google for. Second, how to generate content pretty quickly that is high quality and uniquely shares your perspective. One of the things about using AI for content generation is we don't want to put out more spam. We don't want to put out stuff that already exists. But if you can bring your unique perspective to the content you create, Google is more likely to rank it and you will be more likely to get local traffic, which is going to grow your business. So let's go through some basic content generation ideas. I'm going to share my screen and I'll show you where I start. If I just have no idea. Now, this is my Facebook group, but even if it wasn't, I would join Facebook groups and I would start looking through Facebook groups. So this says, 6-week scar. I'm happy with it. Now come on, range of motion. So I don't know what the range of motion deficits are for this. I could create content around healing scar tissue. I can use this photo. I think it's helpful when you have original photos, but I'm going to kind of skip that one right now. 8 weeks, went swimming, exercising too much, now dealing with a ton of pain and feeling like I'm going backwards. Pain is still waking me up at night. Ugh, I'm so over this. Okay, that's kind of an interesting one. Let's do a little research. What happens if I overdo it after a total knee replacement? Let's see if there's any content out there with that general idea. So Ortho Bethesda, how much should you walk? 5 mistakes. That's a big keyword for knee replacement. Tons of traffic with that. Top 5 mistakes, permanent restrictions, what to expect. Nothing really here. What happens if I do too much? Can you overdo it after a total knee replacement? So these are two good ones. I'm going to go with this one. What happens if I do too much? So let's copy that exactly the way it is. That question comes directly from Google, from people also ask. This is where we're going to start. So we're going to come into ChatGPT. This is 4.0. We're going to say, I would like your help to write a new article. The keyword is, I put it in quotes, what happens if you do too much after a knee replacement? I would like you to be a ghost writer and interview me for this article. I want you to start with an article outline. Keep it limited to 5 sections. Each section should be 250 words or less. It's going to put us just over 1,000 words when finished. Here is a Facebook post that I will use as the main question we are answering. I'll go into Facebook. I'll copy this. I'll come back here. I'll put it in quotes. Please, hang on a sec. I can't see what I'm doing. Please create the outline now. Okay, while that's going, I'm going to come back here. I'm going to take a screenshot. So I just did Control F. Now you can edit screenshots in any editing software you want. I'm just going to do it right here. I'm going to come into Facebook. Since it's an anonymous post, I'm going to leave it just like that. I'm going to just make it only me. I'm going to post it. And now what will happen is that image will be available and ready for me to use in my article. Let's come back here. Let's see what we've got. Introduction, importance of moderation and recovery, understanding the healing process, signs you've overdone it, consequences, how to get back on track. Okay. Now, hang on. Now, please start the interview. Ask me one question at a time from each section. Process my response. And after all the questions have been asked, I want you to write the article, maintaining my tone of voice, and as if the article was written by me. Let's begin. Okay, now what I like to do is I like to do these on my phone. Let me see. I'm not sure if I can do this with you guys, but let's give this a try. I'm going to try to share my screen and I'm going to try to connect my phone. Never actually, I'm not going to install anything. Okay, no big deal. Here we go. So I'm opening ChatGPT. I'm going to the chats. Let me go here. I'm going to refresh this. I'm going to refresh it on my phone. It's asking me the first question. So I'll bring you guys in so you can see it on the screen. Okay, so first question, Anthony, from your experience, why is it crucial for patients to understand the importance of moderation during recovery process after a knee replacement? I'm going to hit the little microphone. The most important part following a knee replacement is protecting your recovery time. Most patients understand the importance of doing the work, doing the physical therapy exercises to improve range of motion, regain strength, coordination, and balance. But with any workout, the most important element is actually rest and recovery between workouts. Too often, I see patients who are working, and shortchanging themselves on the rest and recovery time. And as a result, they develop overuse injuries like patellar tendonitis or other inflammatory conditions. So if I was going to choose and prioritize, I would give 52% importance to rest and recovery and 48% importance to the actual exercise and work. Okay, so it is processing that response. I'm uploading that response. Now it's giving me the second question. I'll refresh this for you guys. Could you explain the physiological healing process after a knee replacement surgery and how overexertion might disrupt it? Everyone's healing process is different and unique to the individual, but in general, the first 7 to 10 days following a total knee replacement is simply dedicated to recovering from the trauma of surgery. Then between day 11 and day 28, the individual is working on improving range of motion, building endurance. Oftentimes, patients will experience nausea, headaches, dizziness, dehydration following this surgery. Some patients will experience symptoms consistent with low red blood count, anemia. They become tired more quickly than they would expect following this surgery. So for the first 4 to 6 weeks, it is most important to give your body a chance to heal. And then from 6 weeks to 12 weeks, most patients are ready to start doing more of the hard work to regain strength and return to prior level of function. All right. It's processing, it's uploading. Now it's asking me the third question. What are some common signs that a patient has overextended themselves after knee replacement surgery? How can they distinguish between normal discomfort and harmful pain? This is probably one of my favorite questions following knee replacement surgery. My most oftenly provided advice is to determine how you're feeling that night and the next day to judge if you did too much or you did enough. And what I mean by that is, if I am able to walk 50 feet on the third day following a knee replacement, but then on the fourth day, I walk 150 feet. But on the fifth day, I'm only able to walk 50 feet. There was a decline in my performance. If I feel more pain, more swelling, the day after my exercise program, that represents a decline in performance. And if I am not adequately resting between exercise sessions, I will experience a decline in performance. So while recovery is never a straight line, it's never better every single day. There's always plateaus and there's always setbacks. One of the best ways to judge if you're overtraining or doing too much is to judge how you were doing before compared to how you're doing tomorrow. If your performance significantly declines tomorrow, the next day, then you likely did too much and should scale back a little bit until you find the level of exertion that allows you to continue to maintain or improve your performance on a day-to-day or week-to-week basis. Okay. Sending it. I think we should have 2 more questions coming. Here is question number 4. What are the potential complications that can arise from overexertion, knee replacement surgery, and how can they impact overall recovery process? The most common complication of overexertion is developing what we call overuse conditions. This is a situation where you develop a tendinitis or a tendinopathy. Soft tissue may become inflamed, may become painful, and what happens is the duration of recovery between workouts becomes longer because now each workout is overexerting or overtraining that tissue. There's not enough time between workouts for that tissue to break down, repair, and become better than it was before. So the most common complication is developing secondary problems. Also, following a total knee replacement, it's not uncommon for a patient to experience hip pain, back pain, ankle pain, because there's new alignment of the knee joint, which is changing the mechanics of the entire leg. So we're not just giving ourselves and our bodies time to heal from the knee surgery, we're also giving our bodies time to adapt to the new alignment of the new lower extremity. I guess it's not a new lower extremity, but you guys know what I mean. All right, let's hit this last question. And I promise you guys, I won't keep you on here too long. All right, here we go. What are some practical strategies for managing pain and inflammation after overexertion? And how can a patient safely resume activities to prevent further setbacks? Recovery is very important following a total knee replacement. Everybody's going to make mistakes. If you find that you've overexerted yourself, you did more than your body can handle, one of the best ways to manage this is to give yourself an extended recovery time. So if normally you're doing exercises once a day and you overdo it on a certain day, then you might skip your exercise program the following day and then come back at 50% exertion level on the following day after that. There's no set formula for recovering once you've experienced an overexertion or an overtraining, but you have to listen to your body, judge your performance until you're able to perform back to baseline. Your body is not fully recovered. You need to give it a little more rest. You can perform other activities. This is a great time for cross training. If you're doing too much work on the knee and the knee becomes swollen and inflamed, Maybe on the next day, you don't do any knee exercises, but you work on upper body exercises or other forms of cardiovascular training to give the knee a chance to recover, but allow the rest of your body to continue to benefit from exercise. Okay. Guys, we're almost there. I don't know how long we've been recording. Uploading that. And now what's happening is it's starting to generate an article, but I don't want it to write a full article. Let me let it finish what it's doing, and then I'll refresh the screen that you guys can see. Okay, so this is what it gave us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Gave us 5 sections. Just out of curiosity, how many words are in that article? That's not going to be the final article, 500 words, right? So let's go back and let's say, great, now I would like you to help me expand on that article. Let's write one section at a time. Let's make each section 200 words or longer. Please write your response. Well, I'm going to show you the natural response, and then I'm going to show you how it writes it in HTML code. Please continue to maintain my tone of voice and keep the intent of what I said when responding to your questions. Write the first section now. All right, let's let it write. Let's see what it does. I'm going to have it read this out loud.
Introduction. The importance of moderation in recovery. Recovering from knee replacement surgery is a nuanced process that requires a careful balance between activity and rest. While it's crucial to engage in physical therapy exercises to regain essential functions like range of motion, strength, coordination, and balance, the importance of rest and recovery often gets overlooked. Many patients, driven by the desire to get back to their normal lives quickly, may push themselves too hard, mistakenly believing that more exercise equates to faster recovery. However, the opposite can often be true. The body needs time to heal, and overexertion can lead to setbacks, including overuse injuries such as patellar tendinitis. Rest and recovery are not just passive activities, they are active components of the rehabilitation process. They provide the body with the necessary time to repair tissues, reduce inflammation, and adapt to the new joint mechanics. Overworking the body without adequate rest can exacerbate post-surgical inflammation and delay healing. The goal should be to find a sustainable pace that promotes healing without causing additional harm. Therefore, understanding and respecting the need for moderation during recovery is crucial for a successful rehabilitation journey. This article delves into the risks of overexertion and provides guidance on navigating the delicate balance between exercise and rest.
Sweet. Okay, that sounded great. I asked it now to rewrite that same section using HTML code, use an H2 tag for the headline because it's technically a subheadline. And I wanted to add an extra line break between each paragraph. Now let's write the next section. Follow the same guidelines as above. Include bullet points in this section and add 1.5 line spacing between the bullet points. All right, here we go. Great. Now write the third section. Include a numbered list with 1.5 line spacing between each item on the list. Ensure this section is 200 words or longer. Great. Now, please write the fourth section. Include a quote from me in I forget what it's called. I'm just going to call it a quotation box. Do not include any bullet points or numbered lists. Perfect. Now let's write the final section. Include a table of takeaway ideas. Provide a 15 pixel padding inside each cell of the table. Make the table one column with multiple rows. All right, if you guys want to see what this looks like now, let me jump into my Choose PT First website. You can log off whenever you want. Like, you get the idea, you understand how this works. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new article. This is a blog post within my directory website. I'm going to scroll back up a little bit. I'm going to grab the title. I'm going to put it there, and I'm going to make it the meta title. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to drop down one line and switch to code view. I'm going to come back here. I'm going to grab the code for the first paragraph. I'm going to drop it in here, scroll down. I'm going to put each one of these right below the last. So I'm just copying, pasting, copy. Usually it still needs a little bit of formatting at the end. And then here I'm going to say, write a 1-sentence meta description for this article. I'm going to grab that. I will proofread all of this after. Right now, I just want to get it in here. Keywords, total knee replacement. Put that in there. Physical therapy. I'm going to save what I've got. While that's saving, I usually have this saved in a Google Doc, but basically what I do is I go into a previously published article. Now you can save this as a template pretty easy. I scroll down. I put my cursor just above the author box. I switch to code view. And then what I do is I copy everything at the bottom. Now I'm going to get out of that. I'm going to come back here. So this is what we've got. We've got the introduction, which I don't need it to say introduction. I like a space. I didn't get a good spacing here. So I like to put a space under every subheading. I like to put a space under every paragraph. Basically, anytime I can put a line break, I want to do it because I want this to be as easy as possible to read and consume. All right, I'm dropping these breaks in here. There's my table. This is the end. I'm going to switch to code view. I'm going to come right in here. I'm going to paste in my author box. I'll show you what that looks like right in there. We're not done, but we're close. I'll show you what this looks like as a preview. So I need a space here. Looks like I got all the other spaces. You know, and I like to listen rather than read. So I just go ahead and do like read
Recovering from knee
aloud.
replacement surgery is a nuanced process that requires a careful balance between activity and rest. While it's crucial to engage in physical therapy exercises to regain essential functions like range of motion, strength, coordination, and balance, the importance of rest and recovery often gets overlooked. Many patients, driven by the desire to get back to their normal lives quickly, may push themselves too hard, mistakenly believing that more exercise equates to faster recovery. However, the opposite can often be true. The body needs time to heal, and overexertion can lead to setbacks, including overuse injuries such as patellar tendinitis.
All right. So what I did while you were listening, I went and copied that screenshot from my Facebook feed and I pasted it in here. I always want alt text. So overdoing it after knee replacement, Facebook screenshot. All right, we've got that. I think I might actually have a video for this. I'm sure I do, actually. So I'm switching over to my Total Knee account. I'm going to go into the YouTube studio. Did too much. Pretty sure. Do too much. That's a short video. Here. Can you overwork your knee replacement? Let's go here. Copy that. Short videos do not embed into the directory website. So I add 3 lines. I insert the video in the middle one. Drop that in there. The one thing we don't have is a featured image. I also haven't done backlinks yet. If you guys are still with me, let's jump over into Canva. I'm going to grab a canvas that's 750 by 400. Guys, ignore the phone. Hang on. I'm going to come here. So we're just looking for something, represents like I did too much. Let's take this one. You can't just normally I would just use a photo, but I have to add some text. Did too much. Let's take this, make it big, move it up here to the top. Let's make it a color. Did too much after knee replacement. I'm going to come in here, download JPEG. I don't want it to be super high resolution because then it slows down load time. So we'll come back here. We'll grab that. There's my featured image. We've got all of this. We've got this. Then I always want internal links. So what we'll do is we'll come in here. Quick trick. I go to my main URL, site : quote, knee replacement surgery, end quote. I do a search and this gives me everything. Can you overwork a new knee replacement? So I had already written an article, but that article was kind of dated. This one's going to be a little bit different. So I'm going to link to that, drop those, make that a hyperlink. I can look in here, post-surgical, so inflammation. Control C, copy that, come back out here. This is what I want. Put this between the quotes, understanding inflammation, but I want it to be specific to knee replacement. Let's get this one, copy that, come back here, Control K, Control V, Control B, Control U. All right, for now, we're done. I don't know how long this has been. I'm saving those changes. I'm switching this to live view. Yes, I want it published. And then what you can see here, I'll refresh this. So you can see what happens if you do too much after a knee replacement, did too much, person's exhausted on the bed. We've got our internal link, another internal link. We've got an embedded image, which is a unique image. We've got bullet points. We've got an embedded video.
You probably know
We've
Vistaprint for
got, which
business
actually
cards.
that's from Ezoic and not just YouTube. We've got a table. We've got
Yep.
a numbered
But did you
list.
know we also print these?
So we've
And
got
those.
multiple
And that.
opportunities here.
And definitely
Hang on a
this.
sec, guys. Uh, I'm trying to mute the stupid video. There we go. We've got multiple elements that are optimized for SEO. You know, that's the reality of what we're looking at here. Multiple elements optimized for SEO, unique content, genuine perspective. We have an author's box. This is a hyperlink to my Ohio State licensure. So if somebody clicks on that, it shows that I am actually a licensed physical therapist in Ohio. This is a hyperlink to my MPI number. This is a hyperlink to my Medicare profile. This is a disclaimer. For this is educational, informational only. So, guys, I don't know how long did it take. It couldn't have taken an hour. And this is a relatively high quality piece of content, you know? So let me know what you guys think. I hope this was helpful. I will catch you on the next tutorial. I'll do more of this if you guys are interested. Let me know.